Hello there, I'm the Biz Manager and welcome back to Factory Town. Now today I would like to get into some forging and machining. I am unsure if we are going to have everything ready to upgrade the town center to level 5, which would be really great. But I don't know if we are going to get there. But in order to get the stuff that we need, we should start thinking about creating a forge area because, well, we are going to need a lot of iron stuff. So if we can get ahead of the curve a little bit, that would be great. We could start storing up a couple of plates and all, and that would be just fantastic. So let's start buying a couple of extra land plots around here and let's see. Oh, we have a lot of oh, this is actually great. And cactus fruits and stuff like that, but that's not really that important. This is nice and all. This is all good stuff, don't get me wrong, but these are resources that we are not going to need anytime soon. But my idea was mining the stuff. What you doing, bruh? You're doing nothing. Okay. Just go over there. Now, I'm anticipating a little bit of a future thing. We still don't have the technology available, but I'm starting to transport some of these fertilizer into a barn over here that is going to serve as a port for future boat activities. But that's like not right now. So, okay. Okay, I think this is a good area. It's somewhat flat, somewhat being the appropriate answer. We don't have a lot of coins, but I think we can flat a little bit of the flatten down. I don't know if we can increase the radius of that. Well, it's somewhat flat. That's all that matters. I spent most of my coins, but who cares? We are going to get a bunch of those back because we are going to start selling nails to the general population. So, let's start producing a couple of... let's make a forge area right here, and yeah, let me see what can we do with the space and resources that we have. Alright, so the iron part has been done. This is how we are going to supply it. We have these guys mining it into a barn. The barn will then split into 4 chute lines that will then, go over the river at a sufficient height that will allow boats to pass through it. I hope. Fingers crossed, because I'm not unsure, I have no boats. But this will then, I think it will be enough. Now, all we need to do is provide the coal in a similar fashion. Alright guys, so I decided that this forest is in the way. So for now we are going to use this wood as fuel for our forges. This is a little bit complicated, but as you can see, it works. This single barn is providing both the fuel and the iron that we are needing. And now these things are producing. We are now already have a few plates in storage, as well as nails. Yeah, the wood is taking its sweet time. But it's already accumulating in some of these forges because, I was running out of planks and some of these forges are connected for longer than others. So, yeah, and I also should build another chute over here to help out with the tree harvesting thingy. So it's just that it's a little bit complicated. I can't see very well underneath all of this. And there we go. So for delivering the delivery of the nails to the general store will be done by wagon, and after the wagon, after we unlock the upgrade to the wagon, that's how we are also going to deliver it. We don't need to deliver everything via conveyors, right? Some of the things can be done by hand. After all, that's why these things exist, right? They will not be super efficient at first, but eventually all of these houses will be upgraded. Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit of time, but I'm in no rush. I mean, I can build another one of these. You grab nails and go over there. Let's expand this path over here because I can see it being used. Oh, there is trees in the way. Of course there is. Then we'll put another one over there. Great. Okay, so this part is done. What's next? Oh yeah, delivering the tombs. I completely forgot about those. Thank God past me built a barn, otherwise that would be a waste of time. Oh boy, I have to deliver those to the school. Once again, we can use some brute force to do that, or we can use some chutes. Not chutes, conveyors. What would be the best way? And there we go, transporting the tomes above the trees so that the birds can read. And we are going to deliver the tombs all the way to this barn where we have our nails being stored at, and the rest of the way, once again, we are going to build it by wagon. There we go. Two wagons might be a little bit too much. I'm going to allocate you to there, and you are going to be allocated over there. And that means we probably should afford for safety reasons, not safety reasons, efficiency reasons, increase the width of the road at least a little bit over here, because we are going to have a bunch of wagons coming back and forth, and yeah, it's nice to have a little bit more extra path for them to go. There we go. So now we are delivering the level 1 industrial knowledge tomes, which means that we are getting a few points into that research type, and in a little bit we'll be able to do the machinery research. So let's just wait a little bit longer, and while we wait, I upgraded my plank production over here because, well, things were going a little bit too much slower for my tasting, and in here we have 8 workers. This thing took me a while to figure out. So, sorry guys, my throat is a little bit dry, but in any case, in order for you to produce 1 unit of whatever it is, right, it takes an amount of work, right, and the workers produce work, and work is converted into the resource right here, right? So this took, believe it or not, this took me a while to figure out, and right now we are producing 2 wood per second. Why? Because we are producing 8 worker units per second, and it takes 4 worker units to make 1 wood thingy, right? And then, like, trying to figure out how to appropriately produce enough wood for something that then takes 3 worker units per second is well, let's just say my math skills are not that great, but eventually I figured out that if I produce 2 per second, I could use those 2 per second to build 1 plank per second if I built 3 lumber mills, or if I cranked up the number of workers to make this into 3 per second. But to do that, I have to put more workers than lumber mills, right? Because it's a little bit complicated to explain this when English is not really your native language, but for example, let me show you. If I want to have 3 units of work in there, I have to put 5 workers, right? However, I only need 3 workers if I build 3 lumber mills. That's... I talk too much to explain something that simple, but yeah, this was the perfect ratio so that I have 1 plank being built every second, and this cannot be. I must upgrade this further so that I can store more planks. There we go. So my builds should not be stifled any longer, because you know, just building something long like this takes a lot of planks, and that was taking a little bit too much time for my tasting. But for now, there is research to be done. So let's go like this. Machine shop. Ooh, we can now make better conveyor belts. That's just fantastic. But And caravan. Oh, that's what I meant. The when I spoke of the upgraded wagon unit, that was the caravan, and that's precisely what we want as well. But first, let's go over here. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, time to build myself a couple of reinforced planks. Luckily for me, I already have the resources at hand. Let's upgrade these barns so we can store more stuff. Because right now all we need is a few planks and we have plenty of materials for that. Okay, so here in our forge area we're going to have a workshop. Not ideal, but that's okay. We are going to build reinforced planks in this workshop. And we probably should barn those as well. So let's put a barn right in front of it. Because I am out of red coins. And I need still a lot of those to flatten a little bit more terrain ahead of me. I like to keep things nice and flat. But yeah, so the ground level we are going to use to provide for the workshop. So let's get a couple of planks. Like so, and then like so for those, and then, oops, these are the nails, and then you are going to output into that, yeah, into that barn, and we are going to store those. Fantastic. So now we'll be able to start building workshops. But I would like to accumulate a few more red coins. And so I was thinking maybe I could sell a couple of these reinforced planks. After all, we need those to level up our housing. So yeah, because you know, the benefit of leveling up your housing is the fact that you get a bunch of workers and then you can start just cramming in workers inside foresters and whatnot. So you know, it increases the performance of your buildings, and that is just great. It's a positive snowball. So yeah, I just want to accumulate a couple of those because I want to build just one workshop, so not workshop, machine shop, so I can take a look at recipes and start thinking on how I should proceed and whatnot. So let's wait on those resources. Well, I think I can start to see the beginning of the crazy conveyors starting to appear. I kind of wanted to double up on the reinforced plank production, so instead of one workshop, I built two. But that requires a bunch of materials being splitted, and that is just a little bit of a chaotic situation. But pretty much we are splitting the wood from over here into this conveyor and this one. Oof. For a moment I thought I had screwed up, but no. Then we are splitting the thing. Well, it's difficult to see, but it's pretty much the same thing as over here. And the nails, they get splitted right in the middle. The nails are the easiest ones, but the other ones we have to use a little bit of airspace, and that's the bad part, because when we start to want to send some of these resources, like the nails or the plates, further, we are going to have to use some airspace, and that means we probably will have to raise a couple of levels into our conveyor madness, and that is never good, because once you start to have too many levels, it's a little bit difficult to do maintenance in the middle sections, right? But in any case, we are shipping the reinforced plates over here, because guess what is going to happen? One of those thingies that was carrying nails now will be carrying reinforced planks. And that is just fantastic. More stuff being sold, more money being made, and that means more research that can be done. Great, we can start making railways. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of these, but we can use those in the future. But right now, what do we really want? Meter conveyor, yeah, no, that's not what I want. I want the railways because I need those for, come on, thank you. For the level 5 over here, but now it's the iron wheel, which means we need a workshop. So let's build one of those. I already have enough in store that I can make one of you. Let's take a look. So we are going to need plates to make iron wheels. Oh, and the rails are also made in here. Fantastic. But the rails are a little bit more complicated, and they are going to require stone. Oof. Is this stone? No, those are mana shards. Shipping stone all the way from over here. Not ideal. Let me just buy that for convenience sake. Not ideal to send the stone all the way from over here, but it can be done. It's just that I don't have enough money to flatten all of this area. So things are going to start they are going to look a little bit ugly from here on out. Not that they look too pretty right now, right? Alright guys, so our forge area is growing and becoming a little bit more complicated. So these two things over here, they are quite simple. Both of them use plates, so nothing special. They are being stored as we speak. Now for this one over here, this one is going to use plates and planks, which is easy to come by. We have the planks storage right there, of which we can even expand a little bit. And then the plates, well, we had a line nearby. We can split that line because, well, it's clogged up because we are missing some nails, huh? Because we are missing some fuel, huh? Okay. Oh, makes sense. Makes sense. Sorry, guys, I'm sorry. Let me help you out. Let's just extend the chute a little bit, and that should solve the issue. But yeah, the problem part is really the stone bricks, because we have to ship stone from somewhere in the map, and well, we are starting to run low on stone over here, which is not a big deal. What the hell are you guys doing? Drop your stuff over here, please. Weirdos. In any case, in any case, the stone over here is running out, but that's what we wanted anyway. So we should start thinking about getting stone from somewhere else. And as far as I can see, I'm actually really low on stone. Huh. There is this bunch over here, and that's it. But we need stone for more than just that. What other things are dependent on stone? This thing, the conveyor belts, of course, and stone for ourselves. It's still not a lot, and I mean, this is still a good amount of stone. It will last us a little bit longer, but in any case, I have to find a way to get stone from all the way over here, over there, into over here. But in order to make things simple for ourselves, let's get mining underway, because mining is a far more efficient way to get resources out of these nodes than using those guys over there. Let me see, can I build... Oh, I kind of wanted that, but it's a little bit expensive. And I also want this one. The cargo boats, it's behind... Oh, town center level 5. Pretty sure we'll be able to do that in no time. Oh, the rails, of course. That's the big issue. Okay, guys, so this episode probably is going to be a little bit longer than the other ones, but I kind of want to get this done so we can upgrade the town center to level 5. So give me a moment while I figure this one out, and we'll be right back. Oh, also guys, another thing, I'm sorry, to bring you back, and it's not for the thing that I spoke of, but I forgot to tell you that I built myself a small kitchen over here, and the purpose of this is to make us more money. because the yellow coins are starting to run a little bit thin. We are spending a bunch of money building all the things. And so what I built was a farm over here to collect grain, though that grain is going to be processed by these grain mills, and we are going to use the fuel that we have over here from this barn to fill up the kitchen, and the kitchen will provide us with some tasty bread. However, I should probably increase my workforce in here a little bit, because we could use a little bit more. And now it's just time for me to transport this bread all the way to the market, and this time we are going to do this via conveyor belt. There is a little bit of elevation in here, but that's okay. Let's make it like this, and let's connect it to this one or this one. There we go, and now we are shipping out some bread, which is going to net us a big chunk of money. 12 coins per bread. It's far better than the 2 coins that we are getting for the berries, or the 1 coin that we are getting for the potato or tomatoes. And so it begins, the long shoot. All of this is just a force of gravity sending these materials all the way into this barn, and this barn provides those into the stonemason, that by its turn provides those into the machine shop. Now, I made things like this mostly because, you know, this barn is never going to fill up. It's mostly here just because, and if it is filled up, we can then move the materials later, but once you start filling up a barn, you cannot move it. See, you cannot move storage buildings unless they are empty. So these ones, I kind of want to make them semi-permanent. This one is not, but those on the lower ground are, and once we have a little bit more cash, we'll just flatten all of this area. But as you can see, the bread is now having an effect on our economy, because now we are swimming in it. So yeah. And there we go, guys. We can upgrade the town center now. So let's upgrade it. We unlocked all of this good stuff. That's fantastic, but this is something for future me to deal with, because this is all the time that I have for today's episode. So I hope that you have enjoyed our little amalgamation of conveyors and chutes and resources going all over the place to produce this fantastic iron stuff. We are progressing quite well, so next episode we'll start using the boats to deliver some fertilizer to all of our farms. That's one of the reasons why I'm building my permanent farms along the river, so they can be supplied with fertilizer, and I'm pretty sure we'll do a lot more things. So with that in mind, guys, I hope that you have enjoyed this episode and that you are enjoying the series so far. If you are, please consider subscribing and help the channel grow. But in the meantime, this is the Base Manager signing out. Bye bye.